Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. The Kremlin has announced that Russia's Vladimir Putin will not attend the Cop26 climate summit in Glasgow. There was no reason given for his absence. However, at an international energy forum in Moscow last Monday, Putin mentioned the pandemic was a factor in his decision to travel. Cop26 takes place in Scotland's largest city from the 31st of October to the 12th of November. Russia's decision is seen as a blow to efforts to get leaders to negotiate a new deal to stall rising global temperatures. A draft of a major inquiry report says Brazil's president should be accused of a series of crimes over his handling of the country's COVID-19 pandemic. The report is the culmination of a 6-month inquiry that has revealed scandals and corruption in government. President Bolsonaro has been accused of failing to control the virus that has killed more than 600,000 Brazilians. Excerpts leaked to the media indicate that the panel wants Mr. Bolsonaro to face 9 charges. Initial drafts of the report had recommended the president be charged with homicide and genocide against indigenous groups. At least 46 people have died in flash floods triggered by heavy rains in the northern Indian state of Uttarakhand. Images and videos from the state showed flooded roads, submerged homes and fallen bridges. Experts say the Himalayan state, a popular tourist spot, is seeing the effects of both climate change and rampant construction. Floods have also ravaged the southern state of Kerala, where at least 26 people have died in recent days. Both states have recorded excessive rainfall this year, according to data from India's weather department. Meanwhile, police in Nepal say at least 43 people have died and another 30 are missing after 3 days of heavy rainfall triggered landslides and flash floods. More than 24 people have been injured and are undergoing treatment in local hospitals across the mostly mountainous country. Persistent heavy rains have hampered efforts to reach a village in West Nepal, where 60 people have been marooned by floodwaters for 2 days at Seti village, about 350 kilometers west of the capital, Kathmandu. Syrian state media says a bomb attack on a military bus in central Damascus has killed 14 people. 2 explosive devices attached to the vehicle blew up as it passed under Jisr al-Ray bridge during the morning rush hour. Although Syria has been embroiled in civil war for a decade, such attacks in the capital are increasingly rare. Soon afterwards, army shellfire also reportedly killed at least 10 people in the opposition-held northwest. Britain's Queen Elizabeth, the world's longest reigning monarch, has cancelled a planned visit to Northern Ireland and accepted medical advice to rest for the next few days. The Queen, who has reigned for almost 7 decades, had reluctantly accepted medical advice to rest for a few days, according to the palace. The 95-year-old had been due to undertake a series of engagements today and tomorrow. A source said the Queen's decision was not related to COVID and that she was in good spirits. Russia has reported a record 1,028 coronavirus-related deaths in the last 24 hours, leading authorities to press for stricter health restrictions. Moscow's mayor announced 4 months of stay-home restrictions for unvaccinated over 60-year-olds on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Russian government has proposed a week-long workplace shutdown to try to cope with fast-rising cases that the Kremlin has blamed on Russia's slow vaccination campaign. The Olympic flame for the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games has been lit at a welcoming ceremony in Beijing. The welcoming ceremony was held at the Olympic Tower after the torch arrived from its home in Athens. A series of torch relay activities have been scheduled in the run-up to the Winter Olympic Games in February 2022. And finally, a young boy has become the centre of attention at Pope Francis's Wednesday general audience after he walked onto the stage and attempted to steal the pontiff's white papal cap.
San Pablo a los Gálatas.
The boy, who was about 10 years old, approached the Pope at the start of the audience in the Vatican's Paul VI Hall, but caused no alarm for security officials who did not try to stop him. The boy, who the Pope later said had a medical limitation, returned to the centre several times, pointing to the Pope's white skull cap, known as a succhetto. And his persistence paid off. He was given a succhetto, prompting applause and laughter from the crowd. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.